I'll be honest, I'm pretty impressed. So why specifically do you want to come work here at JP Morgan and not Morgan Stanley or Goldman Sachs? Thank you. JP Morgan has a stellar reputation in the investment banking world. Last quarter, JP Morgan had an impressive EPS beat at 15.5% and revenue beating analyst estimates by nearly 1%. Additionally, I'm impressed by JP Morgan's mission to do good. Since 2018, the firm has deployed almost $2 billion in philanthropic capital around the world. What's more is JP Morgan's drive for technological excellence. They are the most technologically advanced investment bank, and the fact that they keep investing in technology demonstrates that they are serious about their future. Thank you. It's not about the firm. I mean, don't get me wrong, JP Morgan is an amazing firm, but so is Goldman Sachs, and so is Morgan Stanley. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm only interviewing at JP Morgan. That's not true. But there are two reasons why, if I had an offer to come work on your team over any of those other firms, I would accept your offer. The first one is, I know specifically what your team does. We discussed this already. Your team not only sits within the trading floor, but you're actively engaged in the actual trades themselves, as well as interacting with clients. And on top of all that, everyone on your team gets to build their own products, develop their own code. And that's awesome for me because I love coding. And I get to do what I'm passionate about, but at the same time be really deeply involved in how the firm generates revenue. So this is just like an amazing mix for me, and I'm really excited about that opportunity. Secondly, I have a little habit of reaching out to people who work at firms before I interview so that I know what I'm getting myself into. I spoke to a young woman who sits in your division at JP Morgan, and I asked her the same question you just asked me. Why specifically should I choose to work at JP Morgan? And her answer was really enlightening. She said similar to I did, it's not about the firm itself, but this division specifically, this equities division within JP Morgan, you're treated like family. And what she explained is it's not about the team needs to meet their goals. Obviously they do. But from a manager's perspective, he or she wants to see every individual on their team succeed, get promoted, and just have excellence within themselves. And that when someone gets promoted, it's not an individual success, it's a success of the entire division. And that's what I'm looking for. Look, if I can get on a team where I get to do what I love and have all those wonderful benefits that I mentioned before, and on top of that, the team is encouraging me to see success throughout my career, this seems like the perfect fit for me and somewhere I'd love to stay long term. Guys, I want to take a moment here to tell you that we need to start becoming more focused on ESG. It's very serious. All the firms are doing it. It's great for the environment, and it's just a good look in general. So henceforth, going forward, the analyst who's going to be reporting on these questions is none other than Epic Sunglasses Guy. All right, guys, look, the interviewer is not an interviewer. The interviewer is an analyst or director on the desk who has no idea what they're doing. They're just regurgitating typical interview questions that they've read on the internet. And that's why when you give that first answer, it's not bad. Everyone else is giving that exact same answer. But when you give the second answer, which is what I always did in my career, they're going to take a step back and go like, whoa, everyone else was just lying. It's nonsense. Nobody actually wants to come. Heck, I don't want to be here. I just want to be at the place that pays me the best. So when you give that second answer, you're showing them that you are just a brutally honest person who's very well thought out, calculated, and is not going to be just regurgitating typical nonsense that they hear from everyone else. It's an eye-opener for them, and they're really going to appreciate hearing the truth from at least one interviewee. Good luck. I'll see you in the next video.